Today, I want to do a video where we talk a little bit about weight relieving. Hey guys, this is Matt and we're at Texas Toast Guitars. Thanks for watching. Today, I'm going to be doing a little bit of weight relieving, and I'm going to show you some of the ways that we weight relieve and some of the ways that other people have attempted to weight relieve and why those might not yield the results that you want if you're actually trying to drop some lbs, okay? So I've got the back of one of our Challenger model guitars here. This is a black Limba. Some people would call it Carina. We won't get into that. It's black Limba. So what we're going to do is we're going to weigh this blank. This is 1.5 inches thick. This is for the back. And we're going to weigh it, and then we're going to drill some holes in it, and then we're going to weigh it again, and we're going to see how much weight we drop just by drilling some holes using the Forstner bit. So let's have a peek. Okay, I've got a little scale here. It's zeroed out. I'm going to put the blank onto the scale. And we weigh 132.15 ounces. All right, so I'm going to write onto the blank here 132.15 ounces. Now we're going to go over to our drill press and we're going to drill some holes, and then we're going to weigh the blank again and see how much weight we removed. Okay, I have a 1 5/8 Forstner bit mounted up into my drill press, and I've drilled a hole that's just over 3/4 of an inch deep. Now I realize that doesn't sound like much, but when we do weight relieving on the Challengers, we only go 1 inch deep all the way around, and there's a lot of reasons for that, which I'll tell you guys about the further we go. But so let's take a measurement now. Let's see how much it weighs after removing 1 5/8 circle. Let's say 3/4 of an inch deep. Okay, we are on the scale, and there's the one hole that we just drilled. And we now weigh 131.65 ounces. So we dropped a little bit. Let's get the old calculator out and see how much we dropped. Okay, before we did any drilling, our body blank weighed 132.15 ounces. And after we drilled 1 5/8 hole, almost 3/4 of the way down, it weighed 131.65 ounces. So, for the mathematically challenged, me, I did the math. We dropped exactly 1/2 of an ounce, which is really cool because now we can figure out how many ounces we would need to, or how many holes we would need to drill to remove a number that actually is usable. So if there's 16 ounces in a pound, we would need to drill 32 holes in this body blank to remove 1 pound, right? So we're actually going to go over to the pin router and remove a bunch of this stuff. But yeah, so let's see what happens though after we drill a bunch of holes to prep the wood for pin routing, and see how much we can get rid of just by simply drilling holes, and then see how much we get rid of by taking all the extra meat away on the pin router. Sound good? Okay, we drilled 27 1 5/8 holes in this body blank at about 3/4 of an inch deep. Now they're not all full holes, and wood's not 100% homogeneous, but we should have dropped about 13 ounces by doing that. So let's put it on the scale and see where we are. Okay, remember our original weight was 132.15. And now it weighs 119.10, so let's subtract 119.10. And look at that, we're right at 13 ounces, which is where we thought we would be. So that's a pretty decent chunk. It's not quite a pound, but there's a buttload of sawdust and shreds all over my floor, and they weigh not quite a pound too. So let's have a look at this and kind of reevaluate where we are. So we've all seen the pictures where the old Gibsons, where they had a bunch of holes drilled in them, and I always wondered, well, like, how much weight were you really removing when you did that? We removed not quite a pound, and we took a bunch of this stuff out of there. I don't think any of the Gibsons looked this bad. They kind of had the Swiss cheese kind of a pattern. But so I don't think that drilling holes is going to do a whole lot, depending on, you know, what wood you have. It's going to do even less sometimes. So drilling holes, you might save a little bit of weight, but I think that in order to get any substantial weight savings, you got to remove a bunch of wood. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go over to the pin router and we're going to clean all of this stuff up, and we're going to go down 1 full inch on each side, and then we'll re-weigh the guitar body then and see where we are. All right, now I can really tell a difference. This body blank is significantly lighter. Let's put it on the old scale and see where we are. If you'll remember, we started out at 132.15, and we are now 105.75. Let's do a little math here, get my brain out. 132.15 minus 105.75. We dropped 26 ounces. So remember, we dropped 13 ounces when we just drilled the holes. And when you add up the holes and all of this, it's another 13 ounces. Now, what you might be thinking is, well, big deal. But remember, all we did was remove all the little in between the hole bits, and we dropped it down another about 1/4 of an inch, because this is about 1 inch deep now. So in order to get some real substantial weight savings, 26 ounces or thereabouts, you have to remove a bunch of material. I'm of the belief that drilling the holes doesn't really do a whole lot for you, especially if you just drill like 8 or 9 of them. So guys, thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions about what we did, or some of the safety rules that I'm sure I didn't follow, please leave them in the comment section below, and I will absolutely get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Or if you want to just tell me how handsome I look, you can do that too. You can always do that. I'd like to thank Steve at Maximum Guitar Works for hooking me up with the template set that I'm using for all of my Challenger guitars. That was a real game changer for us, and Steve is a cool guy, so check him out. Link in the description below. If you liked the video, give me the thumbs up, and if you haven't clicked the subscribe button, why don't you go ahead and do it now? I don't know. If you appreciate content like this, you might want to go over to our Patreon page and consider becoming a member. Even $1 a month goes a long way to helping us bring you guys neat stuff like this. But if you can't do Patreon, I totally get it. Just share the video as many places as you can possibly think of and help us grow the channel that way. Until next time, this is Matt at Texas Toast reminding you that if you're so smart, start your own YouTube channel. That's what I did. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.